Thank you for coming, and like I said, I love interviewing Siggy and Dolores. I don't know if any of you watch my show, but I have a show called BeckyinBoca, and you can watch it on, you can listen to it on the radio at 95.3 FM or 1470 AM, or you can watch it on social media, and I stream it directly to my page, BeckyinBoca Show on Facebook, and we have it all over the internet. But I got to interview these two about a year and a half ago together, and they are so candid. The things they talk about, it's very interesting, very amazing, and they're great people. So before we get started, I want to call Nick Masson and Dylan Lang up here. Where are you? Nick and Dylan? They're my co-hosts for this event with Social Circle. Come on up, guys. Hello, it's Nick.
How's it going, guys? Thank you for coming out.
And this is Dylan.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Good? Yeah, a round of applause for Becky. Look what she put together here.
And they're with Social Circle, so they helped me put this whole thing on. They're great. And now I want to thank our sponsors, because we have a lot of them. We have ANZ Catering, BioStation, Surf Health, Green Dermatology, Serendipity Consignment, Lip Sense, Ivy Lee's Beauty Lounge, Ageless Body Sculpting, Lord & Taylor, Chanel Cosmetics, Dr. Bauman, Bauman Medical Group, Pat's Wine Bar, Clive Daniel that designed this set, One With Life Organic Tequila, Lip Love by Robin, The Lord Diamond Company, Sassy Cosmetics, Daniel Judd Photography, Colby Kessler Photography, Raw Juice, and Donna Pasco Salon. Okay, so I know everybody's anxious to get Siggy and Dolores out here, so Siggy, Dolores, you want to come out? And we're going to need another microphone. Okay, hello.
Hi, Michael Campanella.
Yeah, I want to point out that Siggy's husband is in the house. Michael Campanella, and his grandchildren too,
My
right?
beautiful stepchildren, Olivia and Tyler.
And,
Sophie and Josh are not here, they're with Nan and Poppy.
and Dolores, your boyfriend's here. Yeah.
Dr. Prince of P in the house!
So we got the whole family here. All right, that's great.
Is that mic on?
So,
Should be.
before we get started here, I want to point out a couple of people here tonight. There's somebody that came from Uruguay? Am I saying that right?
Austin.
Where's Austin?
Like up.
You flew all the way from Uruguay? Okay.
We'll hear in a second.
Oh, they just
David, they came out of their way to see us. Isn't that so nice?
And not only that, Michael, I gotta tell David,
Shit.
Michael.
She's not
I
even
fight with
talking
people
good.
back and forth on Twitter, Instagram, and Austin is always like, Siggy, don't worry, I've got your back. I'm like, you're being so mean.
Like, like loyalty.
Loyalty to the core. I love you and appreciate you.
And then we have Heath here. Heath, you want to stand up? Okay. Now Heath is deaf, and that's why we have the interpreter here. And he is a big fan of these two, especially Siggy, I think. And he sent me something that he wanted me to read. If I can pull it up on my phone here. And he's met Siggy before. Okay, he says, we met the first time, it was last year at the Kylie Aline 2 store in Boca Raton at your book signing. You remember him, Siggy?
Absolutely, he's in my reel.
Okay, he says, I was inspired that you knew me before middle year 1985, asked if I used to live in Aventura and went to North Miami Beach Senior High School. I said yes, and I wore 2 hearing aids. You were right, I was wearing my cochlear implants almost 15 years, I love it. You were happy for me, you speak very well. I was with my partner, Michael. Is Michael here? Yeah? I'm like, oh no? Okay. Okay.
No, this is my best friend.
Best friend.
Okay.
That's his Dolores.
That's his Dolores. And he said that Siggy asked how long he had been having a relationship with Michael. I said 16 years. You were thrilled to learn sign language, hugged me and Michael. Siggy, you asked me, let's take pictures together, and taught you American Sign Language for I love you, to post to pictures. You were thrilled, and you loved it. That's why I want to show you this picture of me. I think he gave you a picture of him? Okay, and he said, I want to express myself. I feel a warm spiritual connection toward you. You are an amazing woman with a huge, kind heart. And then he says, and he says, Siggy, I've been watching Real Housewives of New Jersey every week. I felt bad for you, and I was full of tears, felt very bad for you because of what somebody had been insulting and hurting your feelings. My opinion is she's very jealous. However, she keeps apologizing. You owe nothing to her, I hope. I don't think I should read the rest. Anyway, he really likes you. He's got your back. Thank you, Dave.
I got it. It's working now? It will in a second. Okay.
So these girls have fans, don't they? That's nice. Okay. Thank you, Heath. Yeah, I bet that's a nice feeling. So, okay, so I want to start off a little bit because when I had you guys on my show last time, you were not candid at all about plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures and things like that. They will tell you everything they've done.
I told David I was getting the veins removed out of my head.
I can set that up for you. You want to go? You got to go to Tampa. I'll meet you in Tampa. We'll get the veins removed from your hands. You don't understand it, huh? But anyway, but that's Boca Raton, and that's why, Boca Raton is plastic surgery, hair extensions, tightening, body tightening, contouring procedures. We play around with our body chemistry with BioStation to get everything tweaked. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. This is Boca. But, okay, so, your mic's not working?
Is mine, okay. Dr. Albert did my facelift, and he's in Delray Beach, and Dr. Handel is one of the most unbelievable plastic surgeons in the world. And he's been working on me for 25 years, and I love and adore Dr. Handel. That's all I want to say.
Okay. But anyway, I just want to say, like, it's to people that live in middle America, all this stuff is not normal behavior.
Beauty comes from inside. Listen, if you love yourself on the inside, there is nothing wrong as a woman. When you start to age, and after 35, I'm sorry, we cannot control what goes down. It's a fact of life that we're going to age, and why not? Why not lift up something that's going to sag? It's not changing who you are when you find the right plastic surgeons that can do a great job naturally. So for example, I had a facelift. Everybody goes, why? Did you need one? I said no, but I didn't want to get injections in my face. So every time you inject your face, it's liquid and it starts to weigh down. Why not just pull it back behind your ears, your lower, and it's just, I don't have to have injections around my face anymore.
I met her, and she kept staring at my jawline, and I had just had a facelift. And I didn't hear from her for like 5 days after that. I found out she had a facelift. That's how it went down. She doesn't think about it, but at the end of the day, you have to also understand that it doesn't fix everything. Aesthetically, yes, you're gonna look in the mirror, you're gonna feel better, but you have to feel good inside and find out what makes you happy. Plastic surgery is not the answer to everything.
So I have a lot of clients who come to me over the years, and they said, you know what, Siggy, I'm divorced, I gotta get back out there, but my ears stick out. And I said, okay, but you should pin your ears back. What's wrong with that? If that makes, you can't judge, and you can't tell somebody they're not allowed to feel a certain way. If you can't put your best foot forward out there, then what's the point of living life? We have one time to do this dance. You gotta do it your way. And if it's something that you're comfortable with, and all of a sudden you could go on a date and maybe go like this and talk to somebody, you're not thinking about your ears hanging over, or you look like Spot from Shrek, why not do it? But why not fix something that you can fix?
I totally agree with you. And that's why you guys fit in so well here in Boca Raton, because we do just about everything we can. But before we go any further, I want to ask you if that couch is comfortable, because this whole set was designed by Clive Daniel, and we have
Thank you, Clive.
Anthony Tamarino. Can you stand up, Anthony?
Thank you,
He
Anthony.
designed this set specifically for them. Isn't it gorgeous?
Nicer than our reunion couch.
Nicer than a reunion show. There you go. There you go. Okay, so what do you say about people that say you should just age gracefully?
I say to each their own. If somebody wants, my mother is a beautiful woman. She doesn't believe in plastic surgery. Okay. Good for her. She looks beautiful. I don't push somebody to have something that they don't want to. But in today's society, it's right there. It's affordable today. You could, I mean, people shouldn't let fear hold you back from.
I think a lot of people are afraid, yeah.
That's what it is.
You're right.
It's fear.
Yeah.
Because it is scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's normal to be scared, just because we're not, that's not normal. That we just
Just because we're not.
The motto is to live your life, and if something is making you feel like you're embarrassed or you'd like to fix it, listen, my daughter just had a nose job. I'm sorry. Yes, Sophie just had a nose job. And you know what? I noticed on her pictures, Sophie did not want to pose to the side. And I said, Sophie, what's the matter? Did she have a big nose? Absolutely yes. I'm as honest can come. I never said to her, you need a nose job. She said, Mom, I don't pose, I don't like my side profile, and my nose goes and it flaps downward. I said, Sophie, it's just a little bit of a bump. Let's fix it right away. Why not? Took her in. Her confidence level went from a 3 to a 10. That's my gift to my daughter. That was my gift to my daughter. Why should she have to always look at somebody and not want to do a side profile? Why not give the gift of just feeling good about yourself? If you can do it financially, if you can do it,
And if you find a surgeon that can make it look very natural.
Natural.
And then there's a, Dr. Handel.
come on in. Come on in. But you know what? We're a country on debt. Everybody's got a credit card, right? Everybody's got a credit card. Today, most great doctors have a payment plan. If something is important to you, don't let fear stop you from going and doing something that you want. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, I totally agree. Let me change the subject a little bit here. Dolores' ex-husband lives in her house with her.
He does.
Okay, can you explain that? How that works?
What do you mean? He goes in.
He goes in and
It's like you live together. It's
Oh,
like
but
he's a roommate.
Okay, but he didn't live with you for a long time. And then
20
he
years.
20 years, and then he came back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to.
Okay.
It's fun. He was having some problems with his girlfriend.
Okay.
And then he called and he said, do you mind if I need a break from her? I don't know how long it's going to be. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 6 months. Can I come by you for a little while until we straighten things out? Because it was just getting worse and worse. So he did, and I think he's not going anywhere.
He's staying. Okay. All right.
I mean, he's renovating the house.
Oh, he's working.
mops the
Okay, that's good.
floors.
He's helping out.
It's funny because the roles are reversed. He didn't come back into the house to the same woman that he left 18 years ago, 20 years ago, however long it is. It's been that many years it's just gone. So it's like I'm almost the boss in the house, and I'm hardly ever home. It's good. He watches my dogs. I go by my boyfriend's house. Everybody's happy. I come home, he's doing the dishes. He's like, you could have called. I didn't know you were coming home.
I think you might be onto something there. Siggy, does your ex-husband live with you?
No.
No.
Michael wouldn't allow that. But my ex-husband was the best man at our wedding. We lived in Boca. My kids were born here. Dr. Konsker delivered them. They grew up in Woodfield Country Club. Before that, in Newport Bay Club. I love Boca, and Mark and I we went our separate ways. And when we got divorced, we didn't use an attorney. We used like a mediator to just draw up, and I said, make sure I have enough for Botox and everything else, to take care of the kids. But Mark was just fabulous, and people want to know why Mark was the best man at our wedding was because I lived in Florida, and Mark could have kept me and the kids in Florida. And when I met Michael has a car dealership in Bayside, Queens. His business is in the tri-state area, and at the end of the day, Mark looked at me and looked at Michael and says, I'm going to move with you guys, because he knows that I wouldn't have moved back to Jersey.
That's pretty amazing.
Yes, if it wasn't, I wouldn't take my children away from their father. So Mark moved, and he found the love of his life and the lid to his pot, and they have a 2-year-old baby boy, Liam, and they come over for holidays.
Did you introduce that?
Yes, I
Oh, you were the matchmaker for your
Well,
ex-husband
yes,
and his
I was,
wife?
I was Mark's
Wow.
matchmaker, and everybody used to come to me and say, I used to set him up on dates, and they used to be like, he's so gorgeous, he's so nice. I'm like, great. Like, Siggy, why aren't you together? I'm like, chemistry, he's for you. But he's the happiest he's ever been. He's with the most unbelievable girls. Sometimes I look at her name is Tweet. She's from Vietnam. And I say, Tweet, if he ever gets on your nerves, I got somebody else for you. Don't you worry. But they are very, very happy, and we not only vacation together, he's in Florida now.
Vacation together with your ex-husband?
Oh, we went to Nantucket with him, right, guys? We went to Nantucket with him, and we're in Florida together. His parents live in Boca West. He's just a great guy and a great father. And Michael and I were very, very grateful. So when he did his best man speech, he said, I fixed her teeth, I fixed everything. She's all yours, Michael.
Okay, well, I think it's pretty amazing that you're both that close with your ex-husbands. I just want to ask you, you were both married for a while, then you got divorced. So what was it like being out there later, not like when you were young and partying, later you had kids and everything, going back out and trying to date?
I never dated. I met Frank when I had just turned 18. I came from a very strict Italian home. I didn't go to college. I had to be home at 11 o'clock. I was getting married. I had never gone on like overnights by my girlfriend's houses, nothing.
Nothing, and then you just get married.
And then you just get married.
Wow.
It's old school. My cousin Tanya can tell you. Tanya, did I go out? My dad was a strict Italian guy.
So you never went out until
I
you
never
met
went
your
to a
husband?
college party because I didn't go to college. I never went to a high school party. I wasn't allowed out. I was waitressing with my mother, and I met my husband like that. And that
Wow,
was it.
and how soon did you get married after you met him?
Like 4 years after that.
And how long were you married then?
I was married for another 4 years, but I had my daughter within a year. So I just became a teenager, then I got married, then I had kids. So when I got divorced, I didn't know like people, like there was the rest of the people in the world that weren't on my block. I only knew what I knew. I had never been in, I actually went to Europe this year. That's how I went to Italy with the cast trip.
Oh, wow.
I never left New Jersey until I was in my late 20s.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow.
It's really foreign for you, I'm sure. Like, you wouldn't believe it to talk to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to take this
But
all in.
So
Okay.
it was like taking a baby and throwing it in a pool and saying, learn how to swim,
When you were single again?
when I was single.
Okay, so that
Because
was
I had never been single. I
right.
went from a house, a very small house with 5
from
kids.
your parents, right
From
to
my
your
parents,
husband?
Right to my husband, to living alone with an infant and a 3-year-old.
Oh, that must have been very
It
difficult.
was very difficult.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you didn't date then for a long time after that?
I had just had my son like a week, during that week that
Got divorced a week after you had your son?
My cousin Tanya actually got engaged, and she ran into Frank and his girlfriend. I was home. I was 9 months pregnant, and she ran into him, and she said, what are you doing?
Oh, wait a
and she
minute.
was with me that day. She was with me that day, and I was crying my heart out. I'm like, I know he's no good. I know something's going on. He's horrible. He doesn't want to be here. He's so nasty. And she was getting ready to go get engaged, and she ran into him that night.
With-
And then it all came to fruition.
She found out he had a girlfriend, is what you
She
said?
ran into him and his girlfriend. She was my cousin. She's like my sister.
Oh, wow.
She was with me that day, and she ran into him that night. Right, Tanya?
Oh, boy.
But she had to call me.
Tell us what happened. Wait a minute, you were driving and you saw him and you pulled over? Okay.
But you were with me earlier that day, right? Tell her how bad things were.
Oh, you didn't even need the private eye, did you?
That's actually.
you were the private eye. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. And this was when you were 9 months pregnant, you said? Did you tell her?
She called me and she's like, I actually didn't have him followed that, but he was so big, the guy broke the camera when he saw him. He fell. The guy got nervous when he saw the size of Frank, and he fell, and he broke the camera. So I had no, but, you know.
I bet that guy wasn't gonna take any pictures anyway.
He didn't want to take
No.
pictures. When he saw the size of
Not
Frank, he
worth
wanted
it.
no part of this case.
Right.
And then
But then your cousin-
But my cousin, and
She found out.
like, at that point, you have to make a major decision. You need proof. You need it in black and white. You can't just go on a hunch or a gut feeling. You need it in black and white, and here I am. I have to make a major decision. I have a 3-year-old and I'm 9 months pregnant.
So what did you do? What did you do when she told you, you're 9 months pregnant, your cousin told you, I saw your husband with a woman, he's cheating on you? Then what?
He comes home, he has to come back in the house. He has to come back in the house and face me knowing that my cousin just called me.
Oh, because he saw, okay. He
Yeah,
knew-
no,
he knew he
she
got-
confronted him. She made her boyfriend pull over.
Oh, boy. So what
This
is
is-
this is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did he say when he walked in?
He goes, I'm sorry. I said, well, you have 2 choices. You can make a phone call in front of me and end it right now, or you can get out. And he's like, I am not making that call. I go, then you can go. And that was it.
You left that night?
Yes.
And then you had the baby how much later?
What, Tanya, like a week later? Like
6 days later, you had a baby. Oh, my gosh.
It was a hard, I thought I was gonna die. I really thought I was gonna die. Because I didn't know from this.
Right.
It was a time when people didn't get divorced. I was the only person I knew that was divorced. I was actually the youngest of my friends that got married. I mean, her and Teresa Giudice, Borga at the time, used to be getting ready to go out to clubs, and they'd be at my house getting ready, and I was home cooking and cleaning.
Oh, wow. So you never got back with him then after that?
I never did. He wanted to come back, but he didn't show any remorse. It would be like, I want to come back, but don't question where I go and what I do, and don't give me a hard time.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
It's like, I'm coming back, and this will be
That's not gonna
this will
work.
be on my terms. I'm coming back on my terms. And I mean, when I tell you it was such a hard decision to still say no,
With a new infant, sure.
I said no. I said no.
So were there some rough times after that then?
Oh,
Having
rough
a new
times?
baby and...
There was fist fights. Me and Frank weren't, there was rounds, it went round.
Frank said that the hardest time in his life, Mr. New Jersey, Frank Catania, that he ever got
Big guy.
punched. He goes, the hardest punch I've ever received in my life was from Dolores Catania.
Because typically what happens, it's textbook. He loses his family, the girl he loses his family for doesn't work out, there's games now being played, now he wants to come home and he's angry that he can't come home. So he would come over and fight with me. I'm sure there's a lot of women and people that can relate to this. So he would walk in the house, he'd fight with me, but I'm not the person to pick a fight with on my worst day. I don't back down from anything. So, but still, it wasn't an easy thing. It wasn't an easy decision, but I realized that I wouldn't be the mother that I should have been, waiting for somebody to come home and never trusting them again.
And wondering where they are and who they're with.
And
Because he told you, it's going to be on his terms.
it's going to be on my terms. Don't question me. And he's still the same guy. And he's still.
But he did move back in 20 years later.
He moved back in, but he's not my problem.
Okay, so you survived
So I
that.
survived that, and I can talk a lot about that. And then I had some dating through, 18 years is a long time. I've become very worldly. I've been through a lot. I've met a lot of different people. I've seen a lot of relationships. I've seen women get married and divorced and, past me 3 and 4 times. And I still did not remarry. So it's like now there's a part of my life, I raised my kids, and I'm deciding, like, what am I going to do now? David, I can't even have this conversation in front of you. I'm very uncomfortable. If you weren't here, I'd say a lot.
I can't take David.
I can see him kind of like...
His reaction.
No, I don't want to talk like this.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to something else. Okay, there is somebody from Uruguay here tonight. We were talking about that. So you two have Austin from Uruguay. Am I saying it right?
I'm his girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay, and so you have fans from all over the world. That's just amazing.
A lot in Australia, England, London, and I want to. What's there? This show is a lot of work and it's a lot of stress, but it's an amazing platform and it's done a lot of good. There's, Siggy and I reach out to people, they DM us, and we don't ignore anyone. There's kids that are picked on in Ireland, these 2 girls.
I see you answer a lot of your social media stuff.
I'm sometimes up till 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm out to dinner with him, he's like, please put the phone down.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, and I have like this family on Twitter that I'm meeting with them next month here in Boca. Like 6 or 7 people are coming down and we're all like gonna have lunch and dinner together. Like, I've never even met these people, but they're like my Twitter family. Like
I take
don't
it
know.
very serious. We don't ignore people. Like, I say, my friends are not my friends, they're my family. And each and every person that reaches out to me, it means something.
No, I saw how you were just working the room out there tonight. You
It
were,
means
we don't
something
look
to
at
me.
people-
You're not a fan, I'm a fan of yours.
Yeah.
We're together, we're good people that are here for a reason. And I like meeting
And
you.
that's what makes
And I've learned a lot.
being with Dolores and I different, because we don't have an air about us, because from the second I met Dolores, she just got me and I got her. And the truth of the matter is, we all come the same way, we all go the same way. It doesn't matter if you're on a reality show or you're, a movie actor. To me, where's Officer Rosenthal? I mean, I have the utmost.
where's our police officer? You want to say
Yeah,
hello?
I have the utmost respect for.
There he is.
Yeah.
You know, there's
We have a bodyguard.
so much good.
People
A
who
lot
wear
of people
uniform.
take this like, they
Like
become
you.
a part of your family. And there's
Yeah.
people that don't have family that kind of, they want to be a part of your family and they feel they're a part of it.
Right, they feel like they know you, right?
They feel like they know us, they reach out to us and they're like, my mom passed away, but you remind me of my mom. So I'm like, then I'm out and I'm on the floor and then I am your mom. Come, you want to come over? Do you want dinner? What do you need? What do you want? And, and there's a lot you can do. And even like right before Christmas, poor Siggy, what I dragged her into, my brother, who's a cop in Patterson, it's an inner city, whoever doesn't know that. And he calls me, he goes, Dolores, I found this little boy playing outside. Him and his grandmother are homeless. And he's a nice little boy. He's so sweet. I offered the grandmother money, she wouldn't take it. But she needed help with Christmas. So I go down there and I found there were 20 families that needed help with Christmas.
Was this what, you just put a little video
Yes.
on your
And
social
not only
media?
that, I'm looking for
Something.
anything because this is, so I call her and I go, Siggy, I'm in over my head. It's a week before Christmas and I have all these families. She goes, what do you need and where do I need to be? She shows up, now we posted it. We needed help, donations for a shelter. There was kids that didn't have clothes. My garage is filled with things for these families, all from fans and people that came together. And they haven't stopped, they're still coming in. This was a shelter that no one knew about. The city
35
steals the money.
35
The money
families.
doesn't get to them.
She had 4 rolls of toilet paper there.
Yeah.
We went there, Dolores, Gabby, and Frankie wrapped, every child had 20 gifts.
And what's the first thing your daughter said to me when I saw her today, her and Olivia? I want to go back down there.
My kids want to go there all the time. And not only that, the one kid, Jose, if you go on our Instagram, he's like, oh my God, I've never had a Christmas before. This is the best day of my life.
He said, thank you for saving Christmas. He was 7 years old. So this is like when I was moved by all the people that we connect with on social media that came out to help. So that's where the show comes in. And even with my animals.
That's how your fame, that you enjoy your fame. too.
That's how I enjoy it. I don't really love like the take. I don't think I'm famous.
You don't think you're famous?
No.
Do you think she's famous?
No. No, but I don't.
People know you all over the world, that's famous.
But I don't think that way.
Well, it's good that you don't,
I'm
yeah.
a part of a big group. We're like, look.
Why do you think women are sometimes wired to see other women as competition rather than friends?
Someone can come at me for no reason, and it takes a long time for me to realize that it's out of jealousy, because I don't get it.
Right, you don't know it at first, you don't realize what it is. Okay.
Very smart, Tanya. We call her up a lot for advice. I believe that you should have less, like everybody can have, I have a lot of best friends, but you should always have less than 5 people in your life that you truly trust. Yes, women are jealous by nature, but that's not what it's about. Life is about chemistry. You could be around the most jealous person who's not jealous when you two are together. Because there's something about chemistry, something about body, you just feel somebody's intention, you feel their mood, you feel where they're coming from. But Every scenario is different. Somebody could be jealous of you because you're married. Somebody could be jealous of you because you have straight hair and they have kinky hair. Somebody could be jealous of you because you're skinny and they've, struggled with weight. Every situation is different, but what you have to do is be able to feel. You could be jealous of a relationship, but you have to really trust your gut. Women, our gut instincts are our most powerful weapon. When you feel something and you feel that something is not right, 99.9% of the time, it's not right. And the worst thing you can do in life is surround yourself with toxic people and people who don't want you to succeed. That's the worst thing you can do for yourself. Once I know somebody's toxic, how do I share a glass of wine with them? Ever. They can call me and say, Siggy, let's go to Chanel, let's go to the diner and have chip sauce and guacamole. I'll be like, no. There's no interest at all, because when you know your worth, you stand your ground. I'm a woman of principle. Michael says it to me all the time. Dolores is a woman of principle and integrity. We walk a straight line. If you're good to us, we'll get tenfold that. There's got to come a point where you say, hey, I know my worth, and I know that this person and I don't work together, because she brings out the worst in me, where Dolores will bring out the best in me.
Let's talk a little bit about how you helped Dolores with her love life at one point.
Well, I went to a baby shower, and for these twin girls, and they were raving about their doctor, who is a genius and a periodontologist, and he delivers 200 babies a day. I say a day, but it's really a month or a year. I like to exaggerate. And he walked in, and all these girls ran over and said, Dr. Principe, thank you. Just like in Boca, Dr. Consker is Dr. Principe in the New York area, in the New Jersey area. So everybody was like, thank you, I had a high-risk pregnancy, you saved my baby, I love you so much. And I looked at him and I said, oh my God, is he married? And all the single girls were running to him. And somebody said, no, he's actually single. I said, guess what? He is for my Dolores.
There was one girl that was going to go out with him, and she talked him into staying with her boyfriend, and then sent me on a date.
I said, no, you really have a good guy.
I'm like, weren't you supposed to meet another girl? He goes, yes, she didn't show up. And then I found out.
Wait, explain that.
Well, I met with a girl.
I'm not following.
And I said to her, listen, you really have a nice boyfriend. You should really...
The boyfriend's horrible.
You should really hang in there a little while longer. Because I knew that, Dr. Principe is a man of integrity, and he walks a straight line. He doesn't have time like my husband for the bullshit or the drama. And I knew that once you sit in front of Dolores and you see the pedigree of what she comes from and who she is as a person, her whole life, all she wants to do is help people and save animals. That's all Dolores wants to do. I will call her up at 2 a.m. and she'll be like, Siggy, guess what I did? I said, Dolores, you should be in bed. We just had surgery. She said, Siggy, I went and picked up a 90-pound bulldog because his owner was tormenting him. And he's in my backyard, and I've been up for 2 hours giving him a bath. That's Dolores Catania.
So you introduced her?
Yes.
Okay.
I made the introduction, and they met up, and the rest is history. I mean, you won't see Dr. Principe on the show a lot. You won't see.
They show his picture.
Yeah, and Michael's not on the show a lot because we're not married to fame-hungry men and people who like to be in front of the camera. There's enough of that already out there.
Okay, so it's working out, huh?
Patients love when they see him on the show. They're like, oh my God,
I bet.
I saw you on the show.
Yeah. Okay, so before this, you were just not dating, and you had been through a divorce, and
I had just come out of a relationship. I was engaged for 6 years, and we broke up. And she told me I had to do a year of detox, which I cheated on that a little bit. I did. I dated a little bit here and there, but I didn't tell her, and that didn't work out. I should have listened. And then when it was timing is everything.
Well, let's talk about dating detox. It's not that I didn't want Dolores to get out there, but Dolores can be, and this is the only thing that I could find about Dolores can be a pessimist, right?
Yeah. And my kids call me the Grim Reaper.
the Grim Reaper.
And I'm an exaggerator. My cousin's like, you're exaggerating all the time.
No, I don't know about exaggerating. I'm a
I've
big
gotten better with
exaggerator,
that.
right, Michael? But when Dolores was, when the relationship came to a fruition. I didn't want her to go out there because nobody wants to sit across a Debbie Downer. You don't want to say, hey, how are you? Oh, everything's just
I
crappy.
think I was.
No. But Dolores, you went through a really, really tough time. And
I
you,
did.
And you were, I wanted you.
I was very disappointed.
Yes, you were very frustrated and you were very extremely disappointed. And what I wanted you to do is take time for you to learn how to love yourself.
The first time you met me, you thought I was boring. You did. Remember? Yeah, you told me. You're like, we actually met, I went by your house, and then we spoke about a week after, and we had a long conversation about our life and going on the show. Michael didn't want her to do it. It was a big thing. I said, he's absolutely right. I took his side. Michael, I don't know if you know that.
She always takes your side.
I
honey.
actually always take Michael's side. And that's a good friend, though. Absolutely. You have a good husband, I don't have trouble.
Absolutely. She always takes Michael's side, and Dolores always has my back. And there's a lot of things that you didn't see on the show where they portray my husband as controlling or whatever it is. It's just...
I wish somebody would tell me to say a little bit more.
It's all a bunch of nonsense.
So he's not
I
controlling.
don't find that controlling. But I'm Italian. There could be
Michael-
things that are controlling. I don't think they're controlling.
Michael is happy when I'm happy. He is the most generous. He's the love of my life. He is everything in life that I've ever wanted. I was married to a wonderful man. I'm sorry, he is. And what makes him wonderful is that when I met Michael and he was at the lowest point of his life. His mother died at a young age of cancer. His father was diagnosed of Lou Gehrig's disease. He's no longer with us. Angelo, his hero. And Michael was just in a bad spot. And he opened up to me, and people were like, I was crazy about him from day one. I've never met a man of principle like that. I've never met a man who loves his family. And the fact that he loves Sophie and Joshua, and Tyler, Olivia, Sophie, and Joshua are so close. And it's just a blessing every single day. And I'm with him. Michael, don't cry, because you'll make me cry. But I'm with Michael for 12 years, and it is a fairy tale.
Can I ask you how long? 12 years.
And that's because, yeah.
And I think you told me last time I was with you that you still get goosebumps when he walks in the room.
When he walks in a room, people are like, why do you say Michael Campanella? Because my last name is Flicker. Come on, I got Siggy Flicker. I got two really, I love Italian last names that end with a vowel. I love, D'Amico, Sorrento, Positano, Pasta Arrabbiata. And then I met Michael Campanella, and I just love his last name so much, and he makes me so happy. And
She almost fell over the railing last time we were out and he showed up. She got up and almost fell.
Wow, okay, after 12 years, that's incredible. That's great.
And for all you men out there, just concentrate on happy wife, happy life.
That's what I ever said.
And it really is true. Women are complicated. We have our ups and downs. Our hormones are all over the place. Yes, being a woman comes with a lot. It comes with a lot. That's why God chose us, gave us the uteruses to carry the children. And he just has he's the calm to my storm. So I was on the operating room table to have fibroids removed from my right ovary. And the Dr. Nagasha, found a cancerous tumor on my left ovary and went out and said, Michael, what do we do? She's sleeping. She's out. And Michael said, I know, Siggy, remove everything from her body. I woke up without a uterus, without fallopian tubes, without my ovaries, and that was a big change for me. But it was a blessing in disguise, and it's changed my life, my hysterectomy. So I was afraid to go on hormones. I called Dr. Principe every 2 hours. What do? I have hot flashes. I can't sleep at night. And finally, you guys saw that I did the pellets. I haven't had a hot flash. Yes, I haven't had a hot flash in 8 months. My sex drive is up. Sorry.
True, Michael?
And I feel more balanced, but I don't want to blame me being emotional and having a hysterectomy. I like hanging out with people who have emotions, who cry, and who have heart. So it frustrated me because I had this medical condition, but it also frustrated me that, just human decency, just kindness was just put out on the back shelf. Do I think that some of my things are over the top? Yes. I think I'm more of an emotional person, and when I'm hurt, all of a sudden the F-16s come out and the jets come out.
I know you personally, and I do see like comments on social media, and that's not you they're talking about. So I guess you picked up a lot of haters.
Well, I picked up a lot of haters this year, I did, and I don't blame them. You know, recently I just found out that certain people hire fake accounts to come and attack you. It's a social media thing. When I click on it, they have 0 followers or 1 follower. And
Oh, that's
account,
interesting.
The account was just created like 5 minutes ago, only to harass and attack you. It's just, I wouldn't be able to stay in this situation and still be Siggy, because I practice what I preach. And I say, don't, if you see a toxic
So you're leaving the show?
I am leaving the show. Money can't buy you happiness, it can't buy you your health. There's a price to pay, and it's all for me about integrity, heart, and soul.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about when you two filmed them in Boca Raton. I loved watching that because you made our city look really
I like
nice.
that better than Italy. Boca.
Boca better than Italy?
Yeah.
Hear that? Boca Raton's better than Italy. And you went to some amazing places. And
Amazing.
so how do you two feel about Boca Raton? Talking to a lot of Boca Raton
I
people.
can see myself here. I want to be a snowbird.
Boca's my favorite
My
place.
my
My
cousin, my
place.
sister, my family, my nieces are here now. I'm moving closer and closer to here.
Okay, we're going to get you down here eventually.
Yeah, she's gonna be here.
She's gonna be
Don't
here.
worry, she's gonna be here. We have big plans for Dolores here in Boca. But I love this place. New York Prime is my favorite restaurant. I love when they throw I love energy. And that place just has the best.
Ivy Lee's looks like a beauty lounge.
That's all I wanted to do was come here and go to Trattoria and New York
And Ivy
Prime
Lee's.
and Ivy Lee's. And I really raw juice. I tried to
Oh yeah, raw juice.
really make.
Great. They were on the show
Siggy
too.
really went out of her way and made so many plans for us that weekend. She carried the whole season, really, I have to say.
I know you were very busy when you were here in Boca Raton.
Yeah,
All because of her. People where they didn't want to film, restaurants that normally wouldn't filmed because Siggy.
Well, and the cake was made by the Boca Hotel and Resort.
Oh,
She
yeah.
made the cake.
That was a beautiful cake.
It was a gorgeous, gorgeous cake.
What happened to that cake, Siggy?
That cake got thrown across the floor. And I wanted Boca to be portrayed beautifully, and I thought
And
it
it
was.
was, yeah.
And then Lori Konsker opened up her house and got the swim instructor, the tennis instructor.
Oh, that was nice.
And she had a chef make everybody lunch. Like, when I say my intentions were only for us, trust me.
Sexy chef, we had
Sexy
Sexy
chef,
chef.
amazing. When I walked into New York Prime, I walked in there on a Monday night. I filled up that restaurant with all my friends, and we were 3 hours late, and everybody was very excited about seeing Teresa and Melissa. You know, they grew up with the Judices and the Gorgas, and you know, like everyone was excited. So I walked in, and I'm like, "Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Courtney. Hi, everybody." And so people who are like, "Oh, you're so conceited. Who walks into the restaurant?"
Well, you know
I
what?
don't blame them.
I was there
That's
that
what they
night, and
see.
so were a lot of these ladies, and it didn't look that way from our point of view.
Because I understand, you know what you're signing up for. Like I said, it's not Little House on the Prairie. We know what we're signing up for. But I was just in shock. Time and time again, finally I said, listen, it's not right. It's not right.
So you're just going to walk away?
It's not walk away.
Because a lot of people wouldn't walk away from them.
I understand that, but
A show like that.
a lot of people don't have my life. And I'm sorry, my husband comes first and my family comes first. So at the end of the day, I have to balance out what's more important to me, and there's nothing more important to me than my marriage and my children. And I chose that, and I will continue doing what I'm doing in a big, big way.
Okay, so what's next for you, Siggy?
A lot of big things are next. I enjoy doing events. I enjoy talking to people. I think I have one of the best books out there. I'm sorry, I love Write Your Own Fairy Tale. So many people, it's helped so many people across the world. It's just an amazing book. Michael's part of the book.
It is a great book.
You have the male perspective, you have a chapter for people who are married. I'm proud of that book. I went on Housewives of New Jersey to promote that book. I had 30,000 units in a storage facility. They're gone. That's why the show is an amazing platform. It is gone. It is an amazing, amazing platform. And there are big things to come, but for right now, I really can't, discuss it because I'm still under contract with Bravo, and Bravo has been really, really good to me, and I don't want to do anything to.
Okay, I understand. This isn't the end of Siggy Flicker.
This is the beginning of where I should be. Years ago, I know a few people in the room, I had the best show on VH1. It was called Why Are You Still Single? And I do better.
I remember that show.
Yeah, it was the best show. I used to watch people behind the hidden cameras and then really dig into why they were single. So if somebody had bad table manners and they were spitting curry chicken in somebody's hair all night long, I'd say, listen, I know why you're single.
I know why you're single.
Got it? No, I want to help you, but you have to watch how you eat. You don't talk about sex, politics, and religion on the first date. There's different things that a man should always love a woman a little bit more. I say that. If he's not chasing you, if he's not calling you to see you on Saturday night, he's not for you. But that show is more my speed.
Any chance you're going to change your mind?
Slim and none.
Slim, she said slim. All right, because I know a lot of people are going to miss you, but I know you're doing.
And I'm good. Trust me, and I'm going to miss them.
You leave the Dolores all alone.
Thank you. Sometimes in life, you have to take risks in life, and
That's
the
true.
rewards will come from God. And I have a lot of offers on the table, but now in my life, I'm 50 years old, I can sit back and say, I waited tables my whole life, I was a nanny, I worked my ass off my whole life, I'm financially stable. I'm not going to I know my worth, and I'm not just going to pick any project that falls on my lap. But I am very appreciative to Bravo and for the show, because it put me on a different platform where now I am getting these offers only because I was on a show like this. That's the only reason. It's 5 million people watch the show throughout the world. We get emails from Dubai and Australia, everywhere in the world. They're watching it in Israel. And my mother had to call and say, Siggy don't like that. My mother went to the butcher. They're like, is she really Siggy? Does she cry a lot? My mom's like, no, Siggy, happy. Siggy, don't cry a lot. On the show, she cried a lot.
Oh, that's funny. You two are really good friends, and I want to bring up a psychic right now that's going to read your auras and tell you why you're such good friends. And then Dolores, I think you know Mystic Michaela. She's a celebrity psychic. She's been on Housewives of Orange County, and she has read Dolores before. Yeah. So you're going to do an aura reading? Okay, wait, microphone here.
So real quick, I see energy around people in colors, and it relates to basically everything in their life. And there's 5 main aura colors, and both these ladies share not one of the 5 main aura colors. It's indigo, which is a really crazy color.
Is it an unusual color?
Totally. And because I see aura colors all the time, so I'll see indigo for people who come see me for readings, because it means you're emotionally psychic. So they both have the same aura color, and being emotionally psychic means that you feel other people as if they are you. So when I told Siggy tonight, like, you're a human lie detector. Like, if somebody says something to you, you will know right away because you're feeling them. The difference between them is Dolores has some more purple. So she can, it's like she feels it, but then she can go into a zone where it's almost like watching a movie. She's like, well, I know what's happening, but I'm choosing not to feel it anymore. So that's like her barrier. Siggy does not have that. So, but
that's why I go for it.
But that's her authentic reaction to things, and she has to be protective about her circle, which she's very honest about. There's nothing wrong with being exactly who you are, which is what she tells people. So yeah, so that's what makes them amazing friends, and I feel like I was watching this season, I was telling them I felt physically sick, because like the way that it was portrayed, it was obviously a lot of gaslighting, and like, I'm gonna say things to you and then like catch your reaction, because you know what the intention was the whole time. So yeah, so indigo's a really cool color, and they both have it, which is super rare. So it's a really cool friendship, and I think we all just love watching it, in both of them.
Yeah. Okay, so they're both indigo.
Yeah, they both, but now Siggy has like another color. Well, she is, okay, so Dolores is indigo and purple, so that's like that wall. That's why she can do this and not,
And not take it personally?
yeah, compartmentalize it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Siggy's like right now though, but it's interesting that you said that you had like the hysterectomy and the things going on, and I am no doctor, but I see that a lot with energy, with people who feel so much, like they hold it in their hormonal areas. I see that a lot, like a lot of hysterectomy issues, ovaries, things like that. But anyhow, but like right now you're wearing a lot of inauthentic red. It's because red is like, if you are red, that's fine, but you're not. So if you had to explain yourself to people who don't get it, and using logic to explain emotion makes you sick. So it's not good for you.
Wow.
Right.
You're right.
You can't explain
And
it.
Michael always says to me, why do you care so much? I'm like, because they're my friends. I want my, like, why do you have to respond to people? And I'm like, I'm not responding because at the end of the day, the ones who don't care, I block and delete, have a nice life, happy holidays. But we have connections with people even though we haven't met them. And I want to say, hey, I don't know, I'm explaining myself because I care, not because I want to, people are like, well, why do you have to explain yourself? Are you guilty of something? And I'm like, no, I'm explaining myself to my friends because I care. Because I get private messages that say, I don't even know what I'm watching. And I don't even understand what's going on here.
Well, yeah, I didn't recognize you in some of those shows. That's not Siggy. Yeah.
Michael? It's like, I don't even understand. I'm with you. It's not you.
Right, so the inauthentic red is what?
That's like she's wearing.
Like my color.
She's wearing. Inauthentic, like when you wear an inauthentic color, that's when all your sources of problems come from. So right now it's amazing that she's chosen to walk away because she's having to be inauthentic to stay in this environment.
Oh,
and that's going to
okay.
make her sick, and that's going to make her relationship suffer, and everybody who she is suffer.
100%.
So she wants to get rid of the red.
Yeah, and that's basically
I
what she's
just
doing.
want my life back.
Yeah, she just wants to be her without explanation. Yeah.
I just want to be Siggy and do what I love to do, what I'm passionate about.
Right, in environments that work for you. But Dolores, she can do it. Like I said, it's like living in a movie. Like you feel it, you know exactly what's happening, but then you can kind of like, I'm just gonna watch this unfold and not invest anymore. But people get that off of her. So like when you said like you stopped engaging with Danielle, like it was so obvious. It's like you just turned off. It's like screen saver. Like
Which is-
Said to me, that would have gotten a reaction. Nothing.
so
I wish I had that.
Yeah,
I
apparently
do
you don't
too.
have that, Siggy.
I wish I had.
I wish I did.
Right, right.
I wouldn't want to change what I have, but I wish that I had that,
I've been through a lot
yes.
to be able to do this. This didn't come for me overnight.
Yeah.
I've had to eat a mile of shit in my life once, okay? And you gain a lot of patience from that, and and there's also another part of it that says I'm going to win in the end, but I'm going to be patient. So
And I
that's-
have no
She
patience.
does not have any patience, my friend. No.
All right, well, I guess that's why you guys are such good friends. You complement each other.
Absolutely, they feel each other's heart, and there's nothing either one could do that they wouldn't forgive because they understand one another's intention and everybody's intention. So that's really important.
All right, well, thank you, Michaela.
Thank you.
for the reading. Mystic Michaela. Okay, and now she's great.
And she puts things in words that
Yeah.
make you understand even your own action.
Right, right.
I've called her more.
I know you knew her because when I met her, she said,
Michaela, I need your number too.
yeah, we get a little reading after the show. Okay, I have to tell everybody that it is Dolores' birthday. And we know they like cakes on this show, so we got a little something for her. The puppy cake.
I'm not going to throw it.
No throwing the cake. What's the name of the place, Antonio? All-Star Cupcakes, right across the street here. Right here. I don't know if you can see from up there, but there's puppies all over the cake. Look at that. That is a gorgeous cake. She's gonna cut that cake for you, but you got one more thing here. This is from Chanel Cosmetics at Lord & Taylor. Chanel basket. So happy birthday, Dolores. Yeah, you can see some of the cake.
Should I make a wish?
Yeah.
Everybody to make a wish with me, okay?
Okay. To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dolores. Happy birthday to you. Okay, now this is from Chanel products from Lord & Taylor. Barbara Bowen is here somewhere.
Where is she?
Where's Barbara?
Here's Barbara right here.
Okay. I don't know where you cut it.
Ready? Everybody make a wish right now.
Okay. Sparkle cake. Beautiful cake. Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming. And if you hadn't met these two before, now you know a little bit more about them. And they're wonderful women. And I love it when they come to Boca Raton. And I love doing shows with them. No, this is from Lord & Taylor, the Chanel Cosmetics. There you go. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. I hope you had a good time.